Okay, so that all worked and that was pretty good. One thing to note though, if you do have too many explosions happening at once in RFG, there will be a bit of a delay with them. So if you're tying it to a weapon that a lot of people use, like the M16, and that's going to do explosive damage as it is, that might mean that at some points during large-scale missions, you might find that explosions don't go off automatically as they should, but a little bit behind, or maybe even not at all. That's a little bit of a bug which we have to sort of work around, as we can't change that. Right, now the changes we're going to make now is we're into the home stretch now. This is going to be the last collection of changes in this tutorial. We're going to change the Nano Rifle, and not just change a few variables, we're going to change its what type of weapon it is. So in weapons XTBL you need to find and then put name Nano, and that will find it. Here it is. Okay, and just go down and make these changes. Trigger type, change that to automatic or automatic. Okay, magazine size, change that to 55. Max rounds, change that to 250. No, make it 260. Why not? Okay, max rounds upgrade, which is further down, in fact it's near the bottom, change that to 300. Okay, going back up, change default refire delay, change that to 120. And spread max, change that to 6.3. Underneath explosion, Nano Rifle explosion, etc. Okay, I think that's everything for that one. Yes, that is. But of course, if we're changing it into an assault rifle, we need to, well, we don't need to, but I'm going to alter its associated explosion, which is otherwise going to be too powerful. Nano Rifle explosion, we'll change that to be 0.5 the radius for that one. And duration, we'll make that 200, 200, and the structural damage will change to 5,000. And, oh yes, why not, we'll change the impulse as well. Impulse is, if I can find it, impulse is how much physical push explosions have. It's got nothing to do with the damage, that's the structural damage. So impulse is the physical force behind the explosion. Okay, so we've changed that. So we'll save that there. Okay, and there's one other thing which I'm going to tell you about, which I only discovered relatively recently. If you look in Weapons XTBL for no gunner as one word, it's not going to find anything. Why is it not finding anything? Oh yes, because I've got name there. Just search for no gunner without the name bit. You find turret MG no gunner. This one refers to the turret weapon which is attached to the vehicles, such as like the ones that you can get into from your safe house. It's the minigun that's on there. So what we're going to do is make a simple change to this, nothing too drastic. We're going to put in explosion, and then we're going to put bullet damage / explosion, and do that, and put that above damage scaling max again, and that will make a difference on that. Okay, and that's just about everything really. Oh no, there's a couple more things. While it's compiling, I'll get it compiling. A couple more files that you might be interested in, and I'd advise you to have a look at, because this is more or less the end of this tutorial section. If you want to change the camera field of vision, sort of like the camera angle, if you look in camera XTBL, you'll find variables there. If you want to change aspects of the player or other characters, including their size, have a look in character XTBL. Aspects of difficulty, obviously they're in difficulty XTBL. Effects.xtbl, if you look in there, there are details of effects that you can put into your explosions. If you look at how effects are referenced by explosions, you'll get the hang of that one. And RFG stress controls, that's, let's see, well, wherever it is, RFG stress controls. It's the one that you're after. Don't seem to be able to find it. Ah, there it is, RFG stress controls. And one other one that you might be interested in is vehicles. XTBR, which controls lots of data regarding vehicles. Yeah, so like wheel transmission, friction, torque, which is basically speed, but we'll not go into that now. I'll do that at a later tutorial. This just about marks the end of it. Let's go into the game now that's compiled and tested. Okay, so here we are, we've got in our car. Let's have a look, see if this does any damage. Yes, it obviously does. It's quite cool. And you can alter stuff like the speed of the weapon, how quickly it flies, and things like that. I'm going to go now and just find somewhere to test the Nano Rifle, just bear with me one moment. Okay, so here's a good place, but just before I do, can't resist having another little blast on this minigun. Oh. Okay, it's about to blow up anyway. Okay, that's definitely on its way. Definitely works. I hope you found this tutorial series pretty useful. That's primarily why I've made it. If you do have any questions, or there's been a problem at some point and something's gone wrong, do feel free to post on one of our forums. Well, one of the two main forums is community.redfaction.com, or there is factionfiles.com, they have forums as well, and someone, perhaps even myself, will get back to you. Best of fun in all your modding endeavours. Do have some experiments, and I'll be back some point in the future with a further tutorial teaching you how to do some more advanced stuff. Thanks very much for watching, and here's a little video clip just for some inspiration. It's some of the more crazy things I've been able to do in Red Faction Guerrilla. So enjoy, and thanks.